When Eve left the garden, she was first. She was the first one to leave. And if you remember how the story goes, she had to persuade Adam to take the fruit. Now, the reason why she did eat the fruit was because, honestly, in my opinion, she got really bored of the garden. And what what we see is that Adam really liked the garden. He liked the safety of the garden. He wanted to stay within the confounds or the confines of that safety that the garden was providing and the beauty. So he didn't want to do it, but she did. And so from that point on, it was her always trying to persuade him into wanting what she wanted. And uh, his acceptance of wanting what she wanted uh, connoted to him wanting her. So it was kind of like, want what I want because then you show me that you want me. And can we really believe that he ever really wanted what she wanted? And I think that this is really at the essence of the dynamic that women are experiencing as it relates to possibly like an avoidant attachment. Um, and it's really, I mean, if you think about a woman and her existence in the world, it's so completely different from a man. It's like creation after creation after creation, and her desire for understanding, knowledge, and creation is to the extent that she would leave him for it. She would leave him for the knowledge. She would leave him because she wanted to know for herself. But in making that choice, she also chose the fact that he wasn't going to want what she wanted. He went along with it because he knew that in order for him to fulfill his role, he needed her. And so it could be that at the point where she partook of the fruit, she actually became unwanted for him. Like, he didn't want her anymore. In fact, he blamed her for the condition that they were in. And he knew that he had to stay with her, but didn't. He didn't want it. He did it because of the command that was on him to multiply. But as soon as she took the fruit, uh, like her position with him completely changed. He was disappointed. Um, he didn't want to go along with it, but he did. And if you think about why Eve did it, she did it because she wanted to know for herself. And she accepted the beauty that was there in the garden, but she also knew that she could not fulfill her role there. So she had to leave. And it's really, really hard to know how long she was separated from him. And when he finally came out of the garden and partook of the fruit. Now, I know this is a story that gets told over and over and over again, but there's a lot of labels going on in our culture right now around avoidant, um, kind of, you know, what is it? Behaviors, avoidant attachment. And I just kind of think that it started from Mother Eve when she got pregnant. I think that uh, Adam was disgruntled, and he was going to have to work his ass off, because the scriptures say by the sweat of his brow he was going to have to provide for her and for their offspring. And then it also says that in sorrow she would bring forth children. But then it goes on to say that Eve goes on to say how much she appreciated this knowing that she had gained from her decision to leave the comfort of the garden so that she could have offspring and know for herself the difference between light and dark, good and evil, pleasure and pain, health and sickness. And, so even through all of the darkness, she had a sense of appreciation for the new knowledge of knowing that she came into. And I think that this is a very valuable thing for all of us to look at, especially women that, and I'm one of them, that feels so unwanted. In fact, I was thinking about everything that's surrounding me in my life right now, and it's manifesting not wanted, not wanted, not wanted. And then I go back to like my dad, who was an artist, and he struggled with feeling not wanted, and my mom, me, and because my dad was gone when I was 5. And so I immediately took on this not wanted attitude. And then I found myself just involved uh, with with guys that seemed to want me but not. And in the end, like, I'm not seeing that they really do want me. And I think that it goes back to this issue that as women and as daughters that were born here, we wanted something that was out of our comfort zone. We chose to do this. We chose our gender because we wanted the experience of this knowing. And in doing so, we put ourselves in a not wanted position, because immediately all the sons of Adam, they didn't want what we wanted. We wanted something different. We wanted to know what it was like to create human life. And so we chose it, but in choosing it, we also chose the not wanted side. And this is something that we as women live with and have to live with. And it's a result of a decision that came from the dawn of creation. And it still exists in our world today. And there's nothing wrong with you. It's what you chose, and it's the power that you possess and the desire that you have to know and to understand the light and dark side of creation. That's who you are, ladies, daughters, sons. We chose it. It's what we wanted.